Hey, what's going on, guys? Awesome with Content 60. I want to share my thoughts on day 2 and day 3 reveal of Dodge Speed Week. Want to talk about the Hornet, want to talk about their new Charger Daytona muscle thing that they've just rolled out. Let's talk about it. All right, so, day 1 obviously was a disappointment. Check out that video. You guys can look at it. Day 2, the Hornet. Guys, what I've come to the conclusion of, and looking at marketing and looking at my background in marketing, is they're trying to hit every single demographic. Day 1 was for kind of the hardcore racers, the last hoorah. Day 2 was to reach the masses with the Hornet. I really don't care to cover features or anything about the Hornet, but they got into the small, compact SUV segment and really just borrowed a ton of stuff from the Alpha model and are calling it a Dodge with PowerShot and a whole bunch of other stuff, but it doesn't excite me. And day 3, their electric car, it was actually worse and not as cool as I would think it is. And let me share with you why. Like when I first saw like the renderings of, the old Dodge logo, the front of it, the back of it, I thought, hey, this is gonna look really cool, but I'm not crazy about the looks of it, and maybe it'll grow on me, but I think Dodge would have been better off like just repurposing the looks of an old muscle car, like truly an old muscle car. Yes, it does have some Charger vibes to it, Daytona vibes to it, but with the front end and some of the scoops and some of the stuff they're doing, they would have been better off just doing like a shell of a Cuda, like making it look almost dang near identical to a Cuda, tying that old muscle car feel, and then electrify it. But what's interesting is Dodge admits in that video, or in that release, Tim does, we have to play by their rules. We didn't want to do it, but we're having to do it. If we wanted to keep making the cars that we wanted, but we'll be extinct. Here is where I think Dodge is right, but they're also very, very wrong. Is I looked at Dodge's sales for 2021, and I know from 2020 on is an anomaly because COVID impacted the car market, availability of cars vastly impacted sales, on and on and on and on. But if you look at the Challenger and Charger's sales for 2021, Dodge in 2021, and I'll throw the screens up on it, and if I'm off on these number, guys, that's fine. I just Googled them. I am not a car sales expert on numbers, but on the website that I looked at, Dodge sold roughly over 200,000 cars in 2021. And now what makes of those, I know Dodge branched off and others, but if you look at the Challenger and the Charger, they contributed to dang near, if not more than 50% of those $200,000 in sales. So what Dodge is really gambling on is the people that bought those Challengers and Chargers. They're giving you one last thank you and buying our car, but they are vastly trying to target a different demographic. They're trying to reach into, the compact SUV market. They're trying to get into electrification, which honestly, if I'm going to buy an electric car, I'm going to go buy a Tesla because they've worked out all the kinks. They've been doing this for years, way ahead of Dodge, and cool, they have PowerShots and a shifting transmission and other stuff, but like for the looks of it, first off, we don't even know the price of it. We don't know, horsepower figures. We kind of have an estimate of what it'll be like. They're trying to make the car even more, 25% more aerodynamic. Like Dodge would have been better off continuing to run with the V8s for another few years and then roll out kind of their EV product, or have a bridge, because 50% of your sales in 2021 came from the people that you're now just saying, hey, we can't play in that space anymore, so you better buy our compact SUV that's the Hornet. It's so cool. And now their Charger, Daytona, Banshee edition, 9 different power levels, blah, 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 blah. I just feel Dodge is missing the mark. Yes, they couldn't continue on with completely gas-powered cars, but what they'd be better off doing is, sure, make your compact SUV, make other cars electric in your lineup to be able to afford to continue to have a V8. Because Ford, they're rolling out a V8 in 2024 whenever their new Mustang comes out. That's going to be around for a while. I'm going to make a video on that because I have some thoughts around what Ford should be doing around this. But overall, guys, This just feels like a big jumbled mess. Their electric car's not ready. They're clear, and we knew that, but what it sounds like to me is they're going to continue to mess with the design of this car to try and make it even more aerodynamic. So it's not set in stone, but the looks of it's okay. It's not my favorite. Yes, it resembles some bits of a Charger, but it's like, I thought they would have kept truly an old school look and not make this thing look like it came from a Tron movie. Now, it doesn't look bad, but also doesn't look great. And you're ignoring half of your target audience, and that's what I struggle with. Those are just some of my quick reactions. Guys, I can be wrong. I totally can be wrong. But I am not going to just sit here and just say, well, they can't do it forever. Yes, there's certain ways they could do this. Make EVs. Make them. Increase your miles per gallon and so that you can have a V8. Just give us an RT. Give us a 392. There's ways you could do it. You might have to kill off some of your cars, but it is a very bold risk to just take 50% of your target audience who bought Challengers and Chargers with big bad V8s and assume that they're going to either buy a compact SUV moving forward or your electric muscle car moving forward. It's a big gamble. They would have been better off continuing to keep that 50% people happy in some way versus saying, hey, the Hemi's going away. Then just completely get rid of the Hemi, get rid of the V8. Now they'll introduce new Chargers and Challengers with V6 turbos, which, hey, I'm a fan of, but that is not what Dodge's brand is. It's not what it's been built on. Dodge, from the early days, were pioneers of a big motor, a big Hemi motor with a lot of torque, and they were cheaper than a lot of the other options out there. And now Dodge just lost their target audience, and they're trying to create a new one. And they said, oh, we've had 14,000, SUV, small SUV orders. Have they really? Like, did they really compile that number in a day, in less than a day? I'm just not buying what's being sold to me, guys. I hope I'm wrong. I hope Dodge continues on, but this is the biggest. I just wouldn't have done it this way, and that's why I'm probably not running a company like this. But you're betting the farm on trying to attract new buyers. And if it were me, and if I'm getting an electric car, after watching this, if I had to buy an electric car, I'm still getting a Tesla. Tried, true, kinks worked out. Look at what Chevy and others are going through. Now, Chevy and Ford, if you're listening, I have a great response for you guys and what you could do, and I'll talk about it in my next video. Thanks, guys, for watching. If you disagree, it's all good. Leave a comment below.